General Counsel, Director, Mayo College, Principal, Mayo College Girls' School, our esteemed guests, teachers, delegates, friends, and our most beloved parents, to this evening, which is a worthy culmination of a most memorable, momentous, and mega event of our institution, the Mayo Middle's Round Square Conference 2022.
We are indeed privileged to have amidst us this evening our chief guest, Thakur Randhir Vikram Singh of Mandawa, Chairman Mayo College Committee and member of Mayo College General Council. May I take this opportunity to introduce our chief guest to you. He was educated at Mayo College Ajmer and at MS University, Baroda's Faculty of Fine Arts. Thakur Randhir Vikram Singh is a stalwart of the concept of heritage tourism. He is one of the founder members of the Indian Heritage Hotels Association. He helped put Mandawa and the Shekhawati region on the world tourism map and was among the first to convert his family-owned castle, dating back to 1755, into a heritage tourism property in 1979.
Currently, he is the president of Indian Heritage Hotels Association and is managing director of Hotel Castle Mandawa Private Limited since 1988 and a partner Mandawa Haveli Jaipur. He is member of the National Tourism Committee of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, co-chairman Rajasthan State Council of FICCI, immediate past president, Federation of Hospitality and Tourism of Rajasthan, and member of Board of Governors, Mayo College, Ajmer. I would now like to request Donit Enani to present a sapling to Thakur Randhir Vikram Singh.
We welcome you, sir. Allow me to throw some light on the MMRSC, which is a one-of-its-kind event, a round square conference organized internally and exclusively for our students. I would like to share with our audience the school of thought that led to the inception of the MMRSC in 2018. We wish to draw your attention to the fact that only limited percentage of students in a school could possibly participate in regional or international round square conferences every year.
But Mayo College believes in creating opportunities for all and thus came about the Round Square Conference of Mayo,
By Mayo and for Mayo. And the MMRSC 2022 has brought to 345 students and the faculty the rare chance to be delegates as well as hosts of a full-fledged round square conference. And this year, we are honored to host our delegations from Mayo College Girls' School. In the MMRSC 2022, all the students of Class 8 of Mayo College and Mayo College Girls' School have showcased their skills as delegates, and the students of Class 7 of Mayo College have earned a most enriching experience of organizing a conference and learning a host of skills. Yes, we are learning by doing. That is the crux of experiential learning in our campus. This year, the theme of the conference is Incredible India, and we have come together to celebrate the glory of our motherland. What can be a better way of commencing the evening than reliving some glorious moments from the past 3 days? Ladies and gentlemen, we have for you glimpses from MMRSC 2022.
question to you is, what is going to be different in MMRSC 2022, which we have not seen in the last few years?
Okay, this year we have the girls with us from the Mayo College Girls School, and they've been coming here since past few days for the practices, and very enthusiastic participation from all of them. They're putting up a lovely cultural program, and I'm sure it's going to be very different from what we have seen in the past few years.
So, what do you want the students to learn from this MMRSC 2022?
Teamwork,
Except the teamwork.
self-belief, confidence that at this young age they can organize a major event of this level, which normally is organized by children 10th, 11th and 12th in most schools. So for them to organize their own event and for young delegates of class 8 to take part with no child left out of the school, each and every child of class 7 and 8. It's a unique experiment and we are very happy that our children do it so well.
My question to you is, sir, what is your most unforgettable moment during your preparations for MMRSC 2022?
Of course, MMRSC 2022 is different than what we did in 2021. The weather is playing a very important role. And if you are asking me about unforgettable moments, many, but right now I am forgetting everything. But yes, one moment about which I am actually thinking so much. Like last night, I was standing at basketball courts and looking at that structure and asking, will you be ready by tomorrow? So that was actually the moment I will not forget.
How do you feel to be highlighted in MMRSC 2022?
I never thought this would be like this. I'm very surprised that my logo got selected. Wherever I go, I see my logo on every t-shirt, on every diary. I'm very proud of it.
Begin the proceedings of this evening with a tribute to our incredible nation. The boys of class 7 present a song by A.R. Rahman, Maa Tujhe Salam. song stirred in all our hearts the indelible love and reverence for our motherland. Thank you, Class 7, for the soulful rendition. Our keynote speakers have shared their valuable time with us during the course of the past 3 days and enlightened us. They have breathed soul into the edifice of the conference. May we present you our first keynote speaker on day 1 of the conference, Miss Ilma Afroz, IPS.
She studied at a prestigious university in the UK and cracked the UPSC exam to serve the nation. Hailing from a village, losing her father at a young age, Ilma Afroz faced her challenges and fulfilled her dreams.
After completing bachelor's in philosophy from St. Stephen, Ilma Afroz earned a scholarship to Oxford University at Wolfson College. After graduation, she moved to New York to attend a voluntary service program. Even though she was faring well in New York, her heart was in India. In 2017, Ilma Afroz cleared the UPSC Civil Service Examination and was inducted as an IPS officer. She joined her position as an Indian Police Service officer in 2018.
And now we introduce to you our second speaker on day 1, 27th of July, Mr. Abhishek Mudgal.
Born in Jaipur, Rajasthan, Mr. Mudgal graduated from the Department of Dramatics University of Rajasthan. In 2011, he founded his own theatre company, Rang Mastani. His famous productions of Hayavadana, Mahabrahman, Oye Sarbagi, Dulari Bai, and Ramdhari Singh Dinkar's Rashmi Rathi stand testimony to the range and versatility of his directorial ventures. In 2012, he was awarded the prestigious Ministry of Cultural Scholarship for Young Artists for his research on different styles of acting, in which he worked with more than 100 actors of Rajasthan.
Allow me to invite Padmani House delegation for the Kalbelia dance performance. It is a folk dance from Rajasthan, infused with energy and rhythm. These dances and songs are a matter of pride and a marker of identity for the Kalbelias. Please welcome our performers with a round of applause.
Thank you, Padmini House. I invite the delegates from Kashmir House to present to us a medley of inspirational, patriotic songs that tell us the stories of the birth of our nation, its struggles, its triumphs, and most importantly, its values. These songs have boosted our morale in times of crisis, strengthened us in eras of uncertainty, and rekindled pride in who we are and what we represent as a great nation.
Kashmir House. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Indusri Ravindra was our third keynote speaker on day one. She is an Indian ventriloquist, impressionist and experimentalist. She is the first female ventriloquist of the country. She has been awarded National Award by the President of India and has won the Limca record 5 times. Miss Ravindra. First appearance on the national television show Entertainment के लिए कुछ भी करेगा, where she finished as the first runner-up. She was also the contestant of India's Got Talent Season 5, where she reached the semi-finals. She has performed 68 live shows on Zee Kannada. In 2010, on the Festival of the Shera, Miss Ravindra performed an act with a 10 feet tall puppet called Mahishasur.
Moving on with the performances of the evening, I invite the delegates of Bharatpur House who are going to present a dance pulsating with patriotism and the zeal to make a difference by performing our social responsibilities. I leave the stage to Bharatpur House now.
जिनमें हो जुनू जुनू हो बूंदे लाल लहू की ये सब तू मिला मिला ले फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले ये सब तू मिला मिला ले फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले और मोह तू रंग दे बसंती यारा मोह तू रंग दे बसंती मोह मोह तू रंग दे बसंती मोह मोह तू रंग दे बसंती मोह मोह तू रंग दे बसंती बसंती मोह मोह तू रंग दे 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 बसंती मोह रंग दे बसंती बसंती रंग दे बसंती मोह रंग दे बसंती बसंती रंग दे बसंती बस्ती रंग दे हस्ती रंग दे हंस हंस रंग दे नस नस रंग दे बचपन रंग दे सचमुच रंग दे रंगरेज मिले सब कुछ रंग दे मोह मोह तू रंग दे बसंती यारा मोह तू रंग दे बसंती थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की मेरे वतन की थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की मेरे वतन की थोड़ी सी खुशबू बाराई सी मस्त पवन की थोड़ी सी धोखने वाली धक 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 सांसें जिनमें हो जुनू जुनू वो बूंदे
Thank you, Bharatpur House. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now introduce you to Mr. Vikram Sridhar, our speaker on day 3. Mr. Sridhar is a classical performance storyteller and theatre practitioner based in Bangalore and Chennai. An engineering and management graduate by degree from institutes like the IIT, he believes in storytelling as a strong medium for conversation. He combines his 15 years of work and interest in theatre, social work and conversation in his storytelling. He is a TEDx speaker and the co-founder of Tahatu, a Bangalore-based award-winning theatre entity. Around the Story Tree is his initiative to connect the modern-day listener to the environment through the power of stories and arts. He runs one of India's longest-running meetups for oral storytelling for adults and travels the country sharing his research stories with children and adults. And now it's time to invite on the stage the delegation of Jodhpur House, who are presenting a street play glorifying the life and deeds of some of the people in India whose greatness went unnoticed and their lives remained unknown. They are Rajkumari Gupta, a social worker, Manjama Jogati, a transgender Johati dancer, and Vellu Nachiyar, the first Indian queen to fight against and defeat the British.
बंदूकें पहुंचाने वाली, चिट्ठी पत्री लाने वाली, जान की बाजी खेलकर इतिहास के अंधेरों में खो जाने वाली राजकुमारी राजकुमारी। कथा सुनो भाई कथा सुनो, इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया की कथा सुनो। आज सुनो तुम उनकी कहानी जिनकी कहानी किसी ने न जानी, किसी ने न जानी, किसी ने न जानी। हो गया बेईमान, अपनों की लाशों को छोड़ घूमता रहता सीना तान। ऐसे बिखराए मुर्दों को चिता में जलाने को, कब्रों तक पहुंचाने को आगे आया एक मसीहा, शरीफ चाचा, शरीफ चाचा। कथा सुनो भाई कथा सुनो, इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया की कथा सुनो। आज सुनो तुम उनकी कहानी जिनकी कहानी किसी ने न जानी, किसी ने न जानी, किसी ने न जानी। ना पुरुष की ना वो नारी, समाज से भिखारी बेचारी। कौन बेचारी, कैसी बेचारी? पिता ने घर से निकाल दिया। फिर क्या हुआ, फिर क्या हुआ? जो गाती नृत्य सीख लिया, जग में नाम बना लिया। जो गाती ने मंजम्मा को पद्मश्री दिला दिया। कथा सुनो भाई कथा सुनो, इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया की कथा सुनो। आज सुनो तुम उनकी कहानी जिनकी कहानी किसी ने न जानी, किसी ने न जानी, किसी ने न जानी। बड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी, इसने सुनी उसने सुनी सबने सुनी कहानी थी। जो शिवगंगा की महारानी थी, कौन थी वो भाई कौन थी वो? रानी बेनचार थी वो, अंग्रेजों से लड़ने वाली, अंग्रेजों को हराने वाली। पहली थी बंगाली, तमिलनाडु की वासी थी वो। जय हो रानी बेनचार, जय हो रानी बेनचार। कथा सुनो भाई कथा सुनो, इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया की कथा सुनो। आज सुनो तुम उनकी कहानी जिनकी कहानी किसी ने न जानी, किसी ने न जानी, किसी ने न जानी। Thank you.
Thank you, Jodhpur House. May we present to you our next resource person, Mr. Chitwan Singh Nanda, our resource person on day 2. He is an exceptionally gifted vent of creativity that sprouts in the form of art installations, paintings, games, and creative innovations. He is also an Art of Living faculty. As the youngest Art of Living teacher, Mr. Chitwan has various associations across the country and has evangelized live paintings for events. His subjects being Guru Dev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar, Vasundhara Raje and more.
He is the founder of Chitwan Studios, where he has created artworks at national and international level, work for brands like Porsche, Blackberries, Microsoft and many more. His 7 artworks are displayed in the Indian Parliament House. His illustrated books have been Amazon bestsellers.
Now, it's time for performance by Colvin House. India, a vibrant and colorful nation encompassing 122 languages and numerous dialects throughout its rich heritage and legacy. This beautiful country is an amalgamation of varied hues, which is aptly depicted in this melodious performance by Colvin House. Presenting before you the iconic song, Mile Sur Mera Tumhara.
हमारा
Thank you, Colvin House. We present to you yet another special resource person on day 2, Ms. Gauri Maheshwari. She is a young calligrapher and a budding designer. She is 14 years old and currently studying in Mayo College Girls' School, Ajmer in grade 9. She started learning calligraphy at the age of 6 and knows more than 200 styles of calligraphy and has taught this art to more than 2,000 people across the globe. She is also the brand ambassador of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Jaipur.
Gauri has received several accolades including the prestigious Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar 2022 by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi ji in the field of art and culture. She has registered her name in various Indian and international record books and is also among Patrika 40 under 40 power list.
The delegates from Rajasthan House would now come before you with a dance performance. India is a land of immersive experiences. Every road and street, nook and cranny you see, there is an essence that can't be missed. There is much diversity throughout India, each state with its own unique traditions and cultural customs that give the lively country a soul. Let us immerse and discover ourselves in our dynamic India.
ढोल संग बजेगा सा हे मरडावा तूने नखराड़ा नेड़ करके समझावे साजन ने दिए दिलासा हरिया नारी तूने ढलवे ने ठेक भरे चमके छे चूनर मारतन कोई साचा हे प्रीतो नारंग मार रंगाणी राधिका गिरधर संग रामवानी पूरे आज आशा तूने गिरधर संग रामवानी पूरे आज आशा तूने गिरधर संग रामवानी पूरे
थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की मेरे वतन की, थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की मेरे वतन की, थोड़ी सी खुशबू बारारी से मस्त पवन की, थोड़ी सी धोकने वाली धक 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 सांसें, जिनमें हो जुनू जुनू वो बूंदे लाल लहू की।
मारे या कोई मारे ना, यहाँ अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है। ऐसे है चाहे वैसे है, अरे जो भी है जैसे है, खुद पे हमें नाज है। जाने ना हमको ये जमाना, चाहो तो हमको आजमाना। यारबाज हम जानसाज हम इश्कबाज दिलवाले, कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले, छोड़ते के तार से इंडिया वाले, छीन ले हार से इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले।
Thank you, Rajasthan House. The next performance is by delegates of Karnavati House. It is a play which will take us on a journey around India through their fine presentation, the diversity of cuisine and culture of our country. Presenting before you a Nukkad Natak titled Bharat Brahma.
सुनो सुनो आओ आओ सुनो सुनो हम आए लेकर आए नुक्कड़ नाटक देखो देखो
Oh God, so much heat, so much pollution, and why is it so crowded in here?
क्या करत हो भाई?
Oh hi. Hi, finally, someone who knows English.
What's happening here? ये कचरा फेंकत हो. Why are you throwing garbage? It's our country, give it respect.
I mean, this is what India is like.
क्या आप लोग भी हिंदुस्तान के बारे में यही सोचते हैं? अरे ओ सब्जी वाले भैया, जरा इधर आना तो. ओ नारे वाले भैया, चाय वाले भैया, आना जरा. जरा इसे बताओ तो हिंदुस्तान के बारे में.
उत्तर में कश्मीर के सौंदर्य से लेकर
राजस्थान की शाही भव्यता तक, प्रेम के प्रतीक ताजमहल से लेकर सब नदियों में सबसे प्रतीक तटों तक, गुजरात के ढोकले से लेकर पंजाब की लस्सी तक, उत्तर भारत के विशाल प्रकृति, संस्कृति और शांति से भरे अनुभवों की एक श्रृंखला का खजाना है. मारी बरसी कटन में आरती खटके ले आंधी बर्फी ओ भंगड़ा ता सजदा जद नचे मुंडे दी पापी. So, did you like the dance?
Well, kind of.
Do you want me to teach you one of the most spoken languages in India? Yeah, let's teach her Hindi. Yeah, but which word? बहुत खूब. Means very nice. Nice suggestion. बहुत खूब. It is a way of giving appreciation to someone.
Bahut खूब?
No. It is बहुत खूब.
Oh, bahut खूब, bahut खूब.
पूर्व दिशा में दुनिया के मात्र तटों तक,
दुनिया की सबसे बारिश वाली जगह, आयशा का सबसे साफ गांव,
एशिया का सबसे बड़ा एकमात्र महिला बाजार,
साल भर सुहावना मौसम और भारत में दहेज मुक्त क्षेत्र,
इन जैसी कई चीजों के लिए पूर्व भारत प्रसिद्ध है.
What was that thing they did before the dance?
That thing was called pranam. We do that to show respect to others, and it also gives us blessings for a longer life and success. Like this. What are you doing?
Like you said, pranam.
That's not how you do it. समृद्ध सांस्कृतिक विरासत के साथ देश के इस हिस्से में शानदार स्मारकों सहित कुछ अनुकरणीय पर्यटन स्थल है जो प्राचीन भारत की गौरवशाली स्थापत्य विरासत के प्रतीक है. इसके अलावा पश्चिम भारत में समशीतोष्ण जलवायु
विशेष रूप से विविध वनस्पतियों और जीवों के विकास का समर्थन करती है.
छबीला तारा, रंगीला तारा, रंग दे में जुए सारी रात रे.
Oh, that's Garba, right? I also want to do it.
Calm down, calm down.
जो चौल वंश, पांड्या वंश और संगम युग के दौरान बनाए गए थे।
So, has your thinking about India changed now?
Yeah, India is incredible.
That's why India is known as Incredible India. से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Karunavati House. On day 2 of the conference, students of class 7 enjoyed a baking workshop by Ms. Neetu Rathore, who is a home baker and nutritionist. She strongly believes that with passion, you can turn challenges into opportunities. Going by this motto, she turned into a passionpreneur in 2020 and started her own home baking venture called Esprit de Bakes.
She has been an army wife for over 18 years and has worked as a consultant nutrition at various hospitals. She has also taught at various army schools and worked with special children of Asha School, looking after their nutritional needs.
I now invite the delegates from Meera House of Mayo College Girls' School for their performance. They will be presenting before us a traditional Indian dance infused with Kathak steps on the song Ye Desh Hai Rangila, conveying the vibrancy and camaraderie of our country.
यहाँ हर कदम कदम पे धरती बदले रंग, यहाँ की बोली में रंगोली सात रंग। यहाँ हर कदम कदम पे धरती बदले रंग, यहाँ की बोली में रंगोली सात रंग। धानी पगड़ी पहने मौसम है, नीली चादर तारे अंबर है, नदी सुनहरी हरा समंदर है ये सजीला। देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला।
Our third resource person for day 2 was Mr. Vikramjeet Singh Rooprai. Mr. Vikramjeet Singh Rooprai is an author, educator and heritage activist. He left his full-time IT job in 2015 and became an educator. He establishes heritage labs in schools and trains teachers on how to use history to teach various subjects. His first book, Delhi Heritage Top 10 Baulis, is dedicated to the stepwells of Delhi.
In 2009, Mr. Vikramjeet started his heritage exploration and named the project Didar-e-Dilli. In 2010, Mr. Vikramjeet established the Heritage Photography Club. In 2013, he started heritage talks at various monuments. In 2014, he registered his trust for Youth for Heritage Foundation.
Mr. Vikramjeet started promoting heritage through photography. He now conducts regular heritage walks and talks across the country, including lectures in schools, colleges and universities.
The stage is now set for Charumati House. The delegates of Charumati House are presenting before us a Western English song called I Have a Dream by the Swedish band ABBA. It depicts joy and hope that drives us towards goodness.
The West created a perception of India as the land of snake charmers. However, history has witnessed that India's contribution has been tremendous in the field of education and science. The presentation by Bikaner and Tong House showcases India's journey over the years and its prominent contribution to humanity and its foray into space program.
भारत ने मेरे भारत ने दुनिया को तब गिनती आई तारों की भाषा भारत ने दुनिया को पहले सिखलाई देता न दशमलव भारत तो यूं चांद पे जाना मुश्किल था धरती और चांद की दूरी का अंदाजा लगाना मुश्किल था सभ्यता जहां पहले आई सभ्यता जहां पहले आई पहले जन्मी है जहां पे कला अपना भारत वो भारत है जिसके पीछे संसार चला और आगे बढ़ा यूं आगे बढ़ा बढ़ता ही गया भगवान करे ये और बढ़े बढ़ता ही रहे और फूले फले बढ़ता ही रहे और फूले फले
Our first speaker on day 3 was Miss Shania Tulli. Miss Shania is a popular ex-stamp, print and TV commercial model. She has been on the cover pages of magazines like Femina and Savvy. She has acted in ad films with celebrities like Shah Rukh Khan, Abhishek Bachchan, Parineeti Chopra and Ayushmann Khurrana, and has been in solo ads for products including Whisper Ultra, KFC, McDonald's, Bajaj, CFL Bulbs, Videocon and Hotstar to name a few. She has also walked the ramp at Lakme Fashion Week and has worked for designers like Rohit Bal, Reena Dhaka, Manish Malhotra, Rocky S, Satya Paul and many more.
She has also worked as a creative director at Dharma Productions. She then directed her first music video for T-Series. She has overcome all challenges to bounce back after tough times. She has also published a book last month that is available on Amazon.
As we close into our 76th Independence Day celebration, we have for you a Western dance performance on the patriotic track titled Teri Mitti from the movie Kesari by the delegates of Sahyogita House. The performance conveys the national fervor of love and loyalty towards our country. I'm sure you'll enjoy the performance.
तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू सरसों से भरे खलियान मेरे जहाँ झूम के भंगड़ा पा न सका आबाद रहे वो गाँव मेरा जहाँ लौट के वापस जा न सका ओ वतना में मेरे वतना में तेरा मेरा प्यार निराला था मारे यहाँ कोई मारे ना यहाँ अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है ऐसे हैं चाहे वैसे हैं अरे जो भी है जैसे हैं खुद पे हमें नाज है जाने ना हमको ये जमाना चाहो तो हमको आजमाना यार बाज हम जान साज हम इश्क बाज दिल वाले कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले छूने के दिल के तार से इंडिया वाले छीन ले हार से इंडिया वाले दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले।
Thank you, Sahyogita House. I now invite on stage the delegates of Jaipur House who proudly present a mime on celebration of diverse emotions and cultural heritage of our incredible India through the various festivals we celebrate.
to Miss Jyoti Reddy Rangwala. Jyoti Reddy, a 28-year-old who works as the Chief Coordinator for TAISI and more. Her journey started in the slums. She grew up in a home made of tin and plastic on the pavements of Bombay. The turning point in her life was when she lost her father at the age of 13. She started working at the age of 14 to support her family, but never let that hamper her education. Working and juggling education right till her graduation, Jyoti finally graduated with a degree in sociology and anthropology from Xavier's College. I invite you to take the stage, ma'am.
Hi everyone. I'm extremely nervous, so don't mind if I blabber. But yes, I'm not as accomplished as all the speakers that you had since the past 2.5 days. But yes, I do share some things that are common. I gave my TED talk when I was 18 on how education transformed my journey. So let me give you a little insight about my whole journey, just a snippet. I'm not going to bore you with a long story. So yeah, I grew up in the slums of Bombay. I grew up in a home that was made of probably sheet and plastic and tin. We did not, so my mom basically, my mom and dad both never went to school. I'm the first generation learner of my family. It was incredible to be even stepping foot in a university, in a college like Xavier's, and to see yourself being able to complete a degree in sociology and anthropology from that institute. But it obviously started with a lot of motivation from my teachers, and I think that's what something that changed my life were the teachers that were instrumental in my life. Right from when I lost my dad at the age of 12, I had to become the man of the house and run my family. So right from running my family to completing my education, I had to do it all. I had no choice. I wish I did. But yeah, it has never been a smooth road. It has always been rocky. But I think the grit and determination comes from a place of gratitude. Just being grateful and feeling privileged, because when I look back at my life and I look back about all the kids that I grew up with, where girls at the slum community were married at the age of 12, where boys had to leave their education and start working at the age of 10, 11 to support their families, I feel privileged enough to have had parents who believed that education was extremely important and gave me that to make me who I am today. And yes, that's why I said in my TED talk also, I do get offended when, kids who come from such backgrounds are called underprivileged. I think we're all so privileged in our own ways. I'm so privileged to have this journey that makes me come stand here and to be able to talk to all of you. I think that's my privilege.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the final delegation performance, and I invite on stage delegates of Ajmer House, who would now present to us Man in India, which is a satirical, witty and sarcastic portrayal of the life of common man, the educated working class of India. The liberal use of the vernacular gives the act its flavor and honest fragrance. Let us enjoy the charm and wit of our
हिंदुस्तान हिंदुस्तान हिंदुस्तान
संभाल कर, देश को रखना मेरे बच्चों संभाल कर, मेरे बच्चों संभाल कर, मेरे बच्चों संभाल कर। हमारे देश में गौरव की असीम ऊंचाइयां देखी है, हमारे देश में प्रेम पलता है, भक्ति पलती है, वेद पलते हैं, प्राण पलते हैं। हमारे देश में राम रहते हैं, कृष्ण रहते हैं, मोहम्मद रहते हैं और बुद्ध रहते हैं। हमारे देश में कालिदास रहते हैं, वाल्मीकि रहते हैं, तुलसीदास रहते हैं। हमारे देश में महर्षि प्रणाद रहते हैं, महर्षि पतंजलि रहते हैं और चरक रहते हैं। हमारे देश में आर्यभट्ट रहते हैं, रामानुजन रहते हैं, राम रहते हैं। हमारे देश में महाराणा प्रताप रहते हैं, भगत सिंह रहते हैं, चंद्रशेखर आजाद रहते हैं और झांसी की रानी रहती है। हमारे देश में आप रहते हैं, हम रहते हैं, हम सब साथ साथ रहते हैं। तेरी मेरी आजादी का मोल कौन चुकाएगा? अपनी मौत को छोड़कर कर्तव्य कौन निभाएगा? कौन उठेगा और कहेगा ये तिरंगा मेरा है? कौन अपने देश का स्वाभिमान फहराएगा? स्वाभिमान फहराएगा, स्वाभिमान फहराएगा।
करेंसी पर बापू की फोटो, लाल किले पर तिरंगा, सड़क पर माता की जय और स्कूलों में विंध्याचल, यमुना और गंगा। क्या इतनी आजादी काफी है?
क्या इतनी आजादी काफी है? क्या इतनी आजादी काफी है?
क्या इतनी आजादी के लिए वह जनेऊधारी कंपनी बाग में अकेला ब्रिटिश फौज से लड़ गया था?
ब्रिटिश फौज से लड़ गया था, ब्रिटिश फौज से लड़ गया था।
क्या इतनी आजादी के खातिर 23 साल का सरदार रंग पसंदी कहकर फांसी पर चढ़ गया था?
फांसी पर चढ़ गया था, फांसी पर चढ़ गया था।
क्या 1.5 गज कपड़े के लिए नेताजी ने हिटलर को आग दिखाई थी?
हिटलर को आग दिखाई थी, हिटलर को आग दिखाई थी।
बापू ने क्या सिर्फ नोट पर छपने के लिए सीने में गोली खाई थी?
सीने में गोली खाई थी, सीने में गोली खाई थी।
इस देश की आजादी में एक या दो नहीं, लेकिन 135 करोड़ अर्थ हैं।
हर अर्थ में एक बात है, हर अर्थ का एक साज है। अंगूर खाया, तू कहाँ से आया? गुरु ने समझाया, पर समझ ना आया। क्या लेकर आया जग में, क्या लेकर जाएगा मेरे बंधु?
गंगा मैया की कृपा से कबीर दास के देश में जन्मे हैं। टोटका और जुगाड़ में कोई मुकाबला है हमारे देश का। क्रिकेट हमारा धर्म है, होली काव, गाय को हम मैया कहते हैं।
गाय को हम मैया कहते हैं, गाय को हम मैया कहते हैं। भारत का अमृत महोत्सव रोज हम मनाते हैं। विजय भारत के सपनों को कान खान लगाते हैं। लोक कला और कहानियां घर घर हम बजाते हैं। सचेत नजर रखने वाला हम बन जाते हैं। मेड इन यूएसए, मेक इन इंडिया हम बन जाते हैं। हर त्योहार अलग की मिठाई के संग मनाते हैं। मुफ्त का ज्ञान देते हैं लेकिन ज्ञानी कहलाते हैं। खाते हैं क्योंकि हम नदी के फकीर हैं। यही भारत की रीत और सीख है। ये जो दिखता भेदभाव है, यही हमारी जीत की जमीन है। दादी नानी की कहानियां भी हमारा गली वाला दूध है। भारत की जीत में ही जीत है, भारत की जीत में ही जीत है, भारत की जीत में ही जीत है, भारत की जीत में ही जीत है।
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you highlights of a very special aspect of MMRSC 2022, the Baraza sessions.
flag ceremony, which symbolizes the conclusion of the conference and the participation of all the houses through their representatives.
I now have the honor of presenting to you General S.H. Kulkarni, Director, Mayo College. Sir, may I request you to kindly address the gathering.
Good evening to everyone present here. Chairman sir, members of the Mayo College Committee, dear parents, staff members from girls' school, but most importantly, the boys and girls who have made the last 3 days extremely special and have, to use a very hackneyed expression, warmed the cockles of my heart. I think many of the parents who are here had come in the first week of May to take away the new children. And they saw within that month or so how much of transformation had happened. Now you have seen that they've been back for barely 3 weeks. And within these 3 weeks, the class 7 boys have organized an event which is traditionally organized by schools, putting in the effort and displaying all their senior children and calling other schools. This, with the encouragement and patronage of the Mayo College Committee, was an experiment we started 4 years ago, that no child should miss out on a round square experience and understand why we are members of Round Square, what does it mean, what is its ethos. And we said the only way to do this, if we do a full in-house program. dedicated exclusively to our children. And in the first year, we suggested that let's class 7, because that's when most of the children join. Let them organize it for class 8, and next year when they are delegates, they will enjoy the experience because they know what goes behind organizing all this. And I was told by many skeptics, these are class 7 children, are you joking? You think they can pull it off? So the first year I said, okay, we will do it in-house. We will try it out. If it fails, we will follow some other model. But to the entire credit of the class 7 boys of that year, they produced a magnificent show, and now it has become a standard model, a model which is appreciated worldwide in the Round Square fraternity, and in fact now being replicated by other schools. And year on year, as you can see, it's getting better and better. And I want all the parents to know that the format that we follow for this conference is exactly what is followed by schools at the national and international level. There is no event starting from the registration all the way to the valedictory function which is missed out. And the quality of keynote speakers and resource persons that you saw today are of the same quality that anybody can produce for any of their conferences. And this particular year, the theme that we picked up was of Incredible India, which is part of the year of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And to showcase Incredible India, this was a campaign that started about 20 years ago by the government. And it had many facets about Incredible India. First and foremost, its diversity. Secondly, its linguistic richness. Third, its culinary richness. Fourth, its capacity for unlimited tourism showcased through royal tourism. And I'm extremely grateful that the chairman of the Indian Heritage Hotels Association, Thakur Randir Vikram Singh, who happens to be also the chairman of our Mayo College Committee, was kind enough to accept my invitation to come and grace this occasion. But above all, I think the Indian experiment which is most successful but least talked about is our success in the empowerment of women. And just a couple of days ago, you have seen a tribal woman who's come from an absolutely backward area, who struggled through life, who by this time has lost her husband, lost 2 of her children, but has gone on to become the President of the Republic of India. I think this is something we should all be proud of as a nation. She today is our greatest symbol, but all the other women who are there in the country are no less. And therefore, amongst the theme of Incredible India, we chose this year to bring to our children stories of some incredible women who did not start with a silver spoon in their mouth or faced certain tragedies in their life, but decided that they're going to fight, they're going to come back, and not only they will come back and contribute to this great nation of ours. And you saw the IPS officer Ilma Afro's story. She was leading a privileged life in New York, but she remembered where she came from and she's come back to serve our nation. You saw the story of Shania Tuli, who's sitting with us today. She faced extreme adversity. I don't want to take time in telling her story because the story has been heard by the children. And this morning, actually after her session, she is still being mocked till late in the evening because of the incredible resilience she showed to overcome tragedy and come back. And she's told the children today that, look, your problems are all in your mind. If your mind is strong and powerful, there is no problem you cannot overcome. But no one can solve your problems alone. We need to reach out for help. It can be from a friend, it can be a teacher, a counselor, family members, anybody. But do not hesitate to reach out for help because none of us can solve any of our problems alone. And yet, if we decide that we will come back hard and strong and better and better. And she's a living example of it. We also had a brief glimpse of Jyoti's journey. You see where she started from and where she is today. And I especially invited her. It was a surprise for her when I told her today I'll be calling you on the stage. But again, I wanted to share this fascinating story. And it's all a story of women's empowerment. And with due respect to all the male parents who are sitting out here, my target audience are the mothers of my children. If the mothers are strong, my kids will be strong. And before you send your kids, the mother said, when in the interview, they all said, look, we are strong. For the sake of my son, I will give up something of myself, but I will do this for my child. And when the child comes here, you want to control his life minute to minute. You can't believe that a 7th grade student can organize an event of this magnitude. You saw these 2 young boys who conducted today's program. And every program was conducted by different groups of people. They organized those group discussions, what we call barazas. 7th class boys organizing discussions for class 8 children. Please, don't underestimate your children. It's no use saying, I want him to become independent, I want to give him opportunities, and then denying it to them. In Mayo, our job is to create a platform and give them opportunities. Your job is to help us in this. And together, our children can do wonders, and you have seen it today. To the class 8 children, I'm sorry, last year you couldn't organize it the way we wanted to, so you missed out, but you've been fantastic delegates. I've watched you for the last 3 days, and all of you have seen the fantastic performances they put up this evening. And my special gratitude to the girls, who not only performed so well, but brought so much color and vibrancy to the event. And I think this is the first year, when we've had girls of class 8 of MCGS joining us. And I'm extremely grateful to Ma'am Khanke and her team for allowing this to happen. And I hope, and I'm very confident that I'm going to get a cheer when I ask the girls, did you enjoy yourselves? Yes. Pardon? Yes. I can hear you. I want Ma'am Khanke to hear you. Yes. Getting better, getting better. So there is more to come this evening. Once again, thank you parents for coming here. Very kind of you to come. I know it takes effort to put away your things, but for the sake of our children, nothing can be more important than investing in our children. Please remember, you're not spending on your children, you're investing in the future of your children. So look at it that way, and I'm extremely grateful that you have come here and encouraged them. And next year, I won't call you people, because I will call the next set of class 7 parents, but your children are going to be the delegates who will showcase whichever is the theme of next year. So thank you once again, and once again, thank you Chairman Sir and Colonel Bhavani for being here. And my big thanks to my resource persons. You people completely made the day for my children. The way you got them to interact, ask questions, which I think was my biggest takeaway, that they had the confidence to get up and ask you people questions. And of course, you people answered them so patiently, so nicely. And if you felt mobbed, well, fault is yours. But let me tell you, she managed to talk one of the boys, or rather one of the girls, to accepting that she's willing to be the 16th girlfriend of our boys. So all the best to you young guys when you grow up. I'm going to be watching and counting. So thank you very much. It's been a delight to be here today.
The announcement of the conference statement.
The incredibleness of India lies not just in her being a mosaic of multicultural experiences,
but also in her being a variegated narrative of valor and resilience,
of sacrifice and devotion,
of ideas and actions,
of struggles and resolutions,
and above all,
in the ability to empower women.
As we celebrate these stories around Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav,
we resolve to write a glorious chapter in the annals of the wonder that is India.
May I call on stage Ms. Ritu Nautiyal and Mr. Rajesh Soni, the secretaries of Round Square Mayo College, to present the vote of thanks.
Let's welcome them with a huge round of applause.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my dear girls and boys. I begin by thanking our chief guest this evening, Thakur Randhir Vikram Singh Ji of Mandava, Chairman Mayo College Committee, Colonel Bhavani Singh Ji, President Mayo College Old Boys Association, for gracing the occasion. Last few days have been spent in preparation of this major event, the Mayo Middles Round Square Conference 2022. Even though the problems posed by the rain, the weather, pose large, we were able to conduct the same in a befitting manner. This would not have been possible without the constant support and guidance of our director, Lieutenant General Surendra Kulkarni. I also thank the principal, Mayo College Girls School, Ma'am Kanchan Khanke, for always being a support and encouraging the girls for enthusiastically participating in the conference. And not to forget the very important roles played by the Headmaster Senior School, Mr. Naveen Kumar Dikshit, Headmaster Junior School, Mr. Pramod Chaturvedi, our bursar, Mr. Manoj Parekh, Dr. Akhilesh Bharadwaj, Director of Academics, Mr. Arvind Nahar, Director of Sports, Mr. Alok Sharma, Director of Music, Mr. Anurag Vinayak. I thank all our esteemed keynote speakers and resource persons, Ms. Elma Afroz, IPS, Mr. Abhishek Mudgal, Ms. Indushri Ravendra, Ms. Ruchira, Mr. Chitwan, Mr. Vaibhav, Mr. Vikram Sridhar, Mr. Vikramjit Singh Rooprai, Mrs. Neetu Rathore, Ms. Shanaya Tuli, and our dear Gauri Maheshwari. Thank you so much for giving us your valuable time. All your talk just added value to our event. I also thank the proctor, Mr. Prithvi Singh and his team, Mr. Anil and PWD department, the estate manager, Mr. Seth, Mr. Tarun and the carpentry department, Mr. Ripudaman and the horticulture department, and Oman Guest House, our mess managers, Mr. Deepak Vashish and the IT department, Ms. Abha and the media team, light and sound department, Mr. Karandev and his team. I also thank all the domain heads, teacher chaperones, the liaison teachers, housemasters and resident dames. Without their effort, this would not have been possible. And I also thank all the Bhaiyajis here on my right and right there at the top for their indispensable efforts. And now I thank the Associate Round Square representative, Mr. Rajesh Soni, who's always been on my side, and for all his tireless efforts. And in continuation, I hand it over to him.
So before thanking those 345 young souls here and the great boys and girls. I'm sorry, but it can't be girls and boys, it has to be boys and girls. Usually in Incredible India, we usually take female first, but I haven't heard it, girls and boys. So boys and girls, thank you. So, before I thank you more, let me thank somebody else too. Because for last 1 week, all my boys and girls, they were just chanting one rhyme, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. But rain was not going. And then we have room number 1 active in the school, the headmaster's office. And there come a very, very important office order for Lord Indra. May I have the office order, please? Ladies and gentlemen, here is the office order for Lord Indra for visiting our valedictory and all other function, but not to shower rain. Thank you so much, Headmaster Senior School, for giving us this office order. Before I thank my boys, I must thank the young girls of MCGS who had preferred MMRSC over MCGS MUN. Thank you, girls. And the boy who became famous with his logo, Aditya Diwan. May I hear a huge round of applause for this young boy whose logo is everywhere on the campus, on each and every t-shirt, on each and every bag, on each and every umbrella, and on each and every chest here. Thank you, Aditya. Please join me to thank the young media team members, Tushar, Manan, Kedar, Yuvraj, and Darsh Lakhani. And you have seen their hard work everywhere, and more to come. My boys were actually, fed up with the schedule. They were saying, sir, morning में resident Dave 6 o'clock जगा देती है, और 6:30 Mr. चितवन दोबारा से सोम सोम करके सुला देते हैं. What a great schedule you had come up with. But it was great. So please join me to thank all the girls and boys who, even with the blisters, did the hard work on the day of service. Thank you, boys and girls. Please join me to thank all those boys and girls who had completed the adventure even when they were injured or having the medical issues. Thank you. Also, I must thank especially those boys and girls who actually stand at the last at Mango Masala restaurant for the food and let others to have it before that. And very special thanks to all of you to make all these keynote speakers and resource persons tired with your cruelty against them to make them sign your autograph book. Well done. So not more to thank, but you can hear a poem from a physics teacher. Are you ready to hear that? Yeah! Okay. I tried it. All said and done, but it was a great fun. Claps. Eating in Mango was our wish, but next day you take us for service. Listening to speakers, mein aaya maza. We understood them well when we did baraza.
and especially for all the keynote speakers and resource persons here. For last 3 days, तुमने बोला और सुनते रहे हम. अभी देखा हम में है कितना दम? Go Mayo! Go Mayo! I think louder! Go Mayo! No matter how much schedule is tight, because we are सुना क्या मेवाइट झुकेगा नहीं. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I now request our chief guest, Thakur Randhir Vikram Singh, to please come on stage to present certificates of appreciation to the participants and delegates. On behalf of Class 7, I invite Mukundev Rathore and Shubh Palod to come on stage.
I request Vikram Aditya and Nrip Raj Singh to collect the certificates for Class 8.
On behalf of Mayo College Girls School Class 8, I request Shri Jaya Singh and Navya Mundra to receive the certificates. Thank you, sir. May I now request you to kindly address the gathering.
Good evening, everybody. In fact, it's been a wonderful evening. We must compliment each and everybody here for participating. The Mayo girls, the boys of Class 7, and the parents for participating today. The resource people, thank you so much for coming and guiding our children. It's been absolutely wonderful that you were able to spare some time and be with us. I must compliment our Director, General Surendra Kulkarni, Headmaster, Mr. Dikshit, and the entire team who've actually put in a fantastic show and exposed the students to this wonderful exposure of Round Square Conference. In fact, I was at Mayo College, we hosted the International Round Square Conference some years back, which was a great success. And I'm so happy to see that General Kulkarni has involved all the students to come and participate and have an experience of what a Round Square Conference is, because you only get a chance of 8 students to go out with about 2 or 3 teachers. Here I see that entire class 7 and 8 have participated. It's been absolutely wonderful, and thank you parents for coming and witnessing what your children are all capable of. You will see by the time they pass out from the school, there'll be different boys here. And to the girls, thank you so much for participating. It's one of our board's endeavor to have one Mayo concept. And this is one of the steps forward for that. We'll be having our teachers and all other activities coming in together. Thank you, and I must thank Mrs. Principal Girls School is not here, but thank her for her support and her entire team for supporting this concept. Thank you very much, everybody.
Your booth will always stay with us, sir. May I now request Shreyas Agarwal to present a memento to our chief guest. A dream does not become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. Success is not an event. It is a process. And it is not only the destination which is significant, but it is also the journey which enriches and inspires. So we have for you now a glimpse of all the action behind the scenes. Let's be a witness to the arduous and long journey to this destination.
You're feeling right across the floor, and I'm already losing my mind. Baby girl, looking fine. Watch you playing these guys. Catch my stare, little smile. Tell me that you're ready and you're feeling the vibe. Someday I'll be so damn sublime. We'll arrive behind the hashtag sign. I won't forget you, but I may forget your name.
What are you looking forward to in this MMRSC 2022?
I'm really excited for it and I'm really grateful for it, and I'm really excited for all the discussions that they are going to happen, and we're going to learn about incredible India, and I'm really excited to go to adventurous places that we are going.
Wow! I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I got you.
How is your preparation for MMRSC 2022?
I think so far my preparation for this event has really been nice. I mean, we've spent a lot of hard work preparing our dances that I think we're going to present in like 2 days. Otherwise, a lot of us are really excited for all the discussions and the events that are going to take place. We're going to go out of school as well. And I think the thing that we're most prepared for is like all the interaction we're going to have between the schools, and especially how much fun we're going to have in the end.
I feel nice. A sugar and spice. I feel nice. A sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know that I can't do no wrong. When I hold you in my arms, my love won't do you no harm, and I feel nice, that sugar and spice. I feel nice, that sugar and spice. So nice, so nice, I got you.
think we should have girls of class 7th also participating in the organizing team of your college?
Yes, I do think that we should have the girls of class 7th participate in this event because it's a very prestigious event and everyone should participate in this event at least once in their lifetime. So I really do think that they should be a part of it.
2, 3. I'm ready.
The vibrant energies and vibes of this evening culminate in the presentation by boys of class 7. Our incredible India, our Mathrubhumi, is a land of many diversities and vibrant cultures. In essence, it stands for so much more than just a name. It is a feeling, an emotion, our identity as the harbingers of valor, the patriots of this nation.
It is time we take cognizance in gratitude, give back to our motherland, and it all starts right here, with us, with you, with every Muite exemplifying leadership in action.
उत्तरे च समुद्रस्य हिमाद्रेषु च दक्षिणं तद्वर्ष भारत नाम भारती तत्र संतति। उत्तर में जो है समुद्र के, हिमालय के दक्षिण में है भारत, है उस देश का नाम और रहने वाले सभी भारतीय हैं। अंग्रेजों मुगलों से पहले समृद्ध यहाँ इतिहास है कितना महान देश हमारा, क्या हमें आभास है?
भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है, सबसे न्यारा गुलिस्ता हमारा है। भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है, सबसे न्यारा गुलिस्ता हमारा है। सदियों से भारत भूमि दुनिया की शान है, भारत माँ की रक्षा में जीवन ये कुर्बान है। भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है, सबसे न्यारा गुलिस्ता हमारा है।
जन्मभूमिश्च स्वर्गादपि गरीयसी। इस देश से है एक अटूट रिश्ता, जैसे हो माँ या कोई फरिश्ता। कितने भी मुल्क हो जहाँ में, ना कोई ऐसा ना इसके जैसा। खून है रगों में उबलता, जब माँ पर कोई आंख उठाता। लड़ जाएंगे इसके लिए, ना मोह है सम्मान का, ना भय है अपमान का।
जन्मभूमि है हमारी शान से कहेंगे हम, इसकी रक्षा करने को जान भी दे देंगे हम। जन्मभूमि है हमारी शान से कहेंगे हम, इसकी रक्षा करने को जान भी दे देंगे हम। जान भी दे देंगे हम, जान भी दे देंगे हम। हिंदुस्तानी नाम हमारा है, सबसे प्यारा देश हमारा है। हिंदुस्तानी नाम हमारा है, सबसे प्यारा देश हमारा है।
दुर्लभम भारते जन्म, दुर्लभ है लेना जन्म यहाँ, देवों की यह जन्मभूमि है। दी इसने मानव को प्रथम संस्कृति, ये ऋषियों की तपोभूमि है। थे एक से एक बेजोड़ ज्ञानी, महारथी त्यागी विज्ञानी, छोड़ गए हमें मार्ग दिखाकर के लिखेंगे ये नई कहानी। उन सब का इस देश का हम पर सदियों से जो कर्ज बड़ा है, उठो यारो इसे पूरा करना अब हमारा फर्ज बड़ा है।
यारो हम यूं भूल न जाएं देश के उन रखवालों को, मर मिटे जो भारत माँ पे उनके बलिदानों को। यारो हम यूं भूल न जाएं देश के उन रखवालों को, मर मिटे जो भारत माँ पे उनके बलिदानों को, उनके बलिदानों को, उनके बलिदानों को। इसकी रक्षा काम हमारा है, देश से जुड़ता नाम हमारा है। इसकी रक्षा काम हमारा है, देश से जुड़ता नाम हमारा है, देश से जुड़ता